Welcome guys. Welcome to day 2 of Ultimate Life Refinement System. This is a part of Win Over Yourself, the part 1 of Ultimate Life Refinement System, and today we are going to discuss the single most critical thing for anybody looking to achieve success in their life, that is setting goals. Today you will be getting a perfect goal setting technique, the exact number of goals you should be setting for yourself, how to do it, how exactly to write it down, way to keep it up, everything you need. How to train your mind subconsciously to get to goals, everything you need to create and achieve your goals. So first of all, as you are already on day 2 of Ultimate Life Refinement System, I hope you have set all of your systems, and also you are waking up early in the morning and tracking your progress by clocking in every single day. So did you clock in today? Need to clock in before 5:59 a.m. so we can track your progress, right? So do you remember the 10 gems of winners? Are you following them? As yesterday we discussed the 10 gems of winners and I asked you to remember and learn them. If you have not learned it yet, go for it today. Complete all the tasks that I gave you yesterday because that will help you to implement, to create your own way and thinking, which is important for you to become a winner. So what's in for you today, guys? Today I will be talking about success. We already know what is success, but today I will be talking about the exact definition and meaning of success. Then I will move on to the next topic, that is types of goals. We know goals, but we should know the different types of goals. Then I will be telling you the EPEGS formula to write goals. Then I will be talking about the SMART goals, and then we'll move on to your dream goal, that is goal setting and its area. Then I will tell you the today's task, what task you will be performing. Then finally I will be saying you today's takeaway final words. So now the first thing I want to ask you, how do you define success? What is success? Most people don't know the exact definition. Success is the progressive realization. What is progressive realization? I mean, it's just to start with small and grow step by step progressively. And it becomes a reality from a dream. It becomes real. It becomes your reality. So it is a step by step becoming real of a worthy idea. Now what is worthy? It is respectful. It is something that makes you feel good about yourself, and ideally is that goal or aim that you have that needs to be worthy and that needs to make you feel proud of it. So that is what success is. Step by step achievement or making real of your dream. It must make you feel good about your life, about yourself, about your actions every single day. So that is success, which is a progressive realization from the human mind. If you think in negative terms, you will get negative results. If you think in positive terms, you will get positive results. You are what you think. If you look around, if you see people who are always positive, you don't want optimistic or think about getting positive results. They are the ones who are getting most of the positive results. The people who think negatively in negative terms, you get negativity. The human mind is like a fertile land. It tells you the story. If you plant a poison, it will give you a poison in wonderful abundance. If you plant fruit, if you plant something beautiful, it will give you that in wonderful abundance. So we become what we think about, or we are what we think. The fact is, most of us are operating at 10% or less of our ability because we don't use our abilities. We use less than 10% of our abilities. So what happens to most people? We have wonder throughout life until it comes to an end without having any goals. We need to understand that, right? Now, moving on to the next topic, types of goals. The main purpose of setting any goal is to make your subconscious mind to get connected with the universe. Generally, there are two types of goals. Number one is aspirational goals or long-term goals. Aspiration goals is anything that's going to take you 1 year or more to achieve. Now, how far out into the future should you set goals? It's a long-term goal, like how much net worth you want to achieve in 3 or 5 or 10 years. Now, there are many ways to make long-term or aspirational goals in writing. For example, write a check. You can write a check to yourself. Yes, write a check to yourself, write your full name, enter the date like 3 or 5 or 10 years from now, and write the money goal you will be working on it and sign it. Now, second type of goal is immediate lifestyle goal or short-term goal. It is the short-term goal like anything for 3 or 6 or 12 months from now. There are many ways to make short-term or immediate lifetime goals. For example, goal card. You can make a goal card, use present tense while writing on it as if you are already doing it. Like, I make so and so amount for month. Like, I make so and so amount per month consistently by doing the exact work what you are doing and helping someone while living a describe your life, and this is my reality, and write the date, that is 6 months from now. Now moving on to the next topic, that is how to write goals. There is a formula called EPEGS formula. This is a special formula which is used to write goals. What is this formula actually all about? EPGS formula is a specific way of formulating and writing down the goal. Now, why this is important? Because when you write your goal in a compelling way, it makes the process of programming that goal into your unconscious mind even more powerful. So it is called the formula. It is developed after studying a lot of different approaches to goal setting and doing lots of research from some of the leading thinkers in the personality development field. So this is just one subset of what is the goals magic systems are. The full goals magic system is a complete life design process that goes throughout all the different areas of your life and gives you the opportunity to really think through how you would like your future self to be in your future life to be. Now here EPEGS, if you just expand this, E is for end date of your goal, P is for personal positive, E is for emotional intensity, G is for goals with clarity, and S is for specific language. So it means like if you're writing any goal, that goal should have end date of the goal, it should have the personal connectivity, personal positivity, it should have an emotional intensity, the goal should be written with the clarity, and it should have a specific language. That is EPEGS. Now, let us talk about this in detail. Now, E, that is end date of your goal. A goal without a date is, it's just a wish. So the most powerful way and the most effective way of goal setting is to set a specific date when you expect the goal to be achieved. Now some goals, they lend themselves to this naturally. For instance, if you're going to run a marathon, right? That was your goal, was to do the marathon. Then you would already have the date determined, right? If you start a business or got a wedding coming up and you want to lose 10 kilos before the wedding or 20 pounds, then the date's already set but other goals. Well, if you don't set a deadline for when you are going to achieve that goal, then you are not really giving a specific command to your unconscious mind to work towards it. So that the timeline there, that sort of delineation of time with a date on it, from where you're starting on to the date that you are expected to achieve that goal, you're not giving your unconscious mind clear instruction. So the first E in this formula is to have an end date, a specific date in mind. Now moving on to P, that is personal positive. So P in this stands for personal positive and present tense. You cannot set goals for other people, or there is no point having setting goals that you think other people want to achieve. So it needs to be personal for you. You cannot set goals for other people, or there's no point having setting goals that you think other people want you to achieve. Right? If they are not goals that you're not personally passionate about and you're personally compelled to go and cheat, then you're not going to achieve them. So they needs to be personal goals, something that really moves you and you are excited about wanting to go out and pursue. They need to be positive. So people who want to lose weight, for instance, they say things like, I no longer want to eat junk food. It may be a goal to give up eating junk food by end of the month, and while that's good, the intention behind it might be better to word. As you know, I'm going to only eat healthy food, right, by the end of the month. So by virtually eating healthy food, you have eliminated the junk anyway. So thinking about the difference between the two, I'm going to give up junk food means it's something that we are moving away from, versus I'm going to eat only healthy food. That's something we are moving towards that. It's far better to set goals that we are moving towards than to set a goals for something we are moving away from. So use positive language in your goal. I can understand how many times I see phrasing like don't forget to vote or don't forget to put your dirty dishes in the sink. Run, what are you really telling people's unconscious mind? They tend to forget because the brain cannot process the reverse of an idea, right? So when you say don't forget, you are really telling them to forget. So much better to word it in a positive way by simply saying remember to put your dishes in the sink. That may seem like a little thing, but in reality one is giving a direct command to your unconscious mind of what are these you want them to do. Another is giving them a direct command to the unconscious mind of what you don't want them to do. Forget to put your dishes in the sink versus remember to put your dishes in the sink. This seems like a minor point, but when it comes to programming your unconscious mind, we do need to be quite specific about how we go about it. So that's what the positive aspect is, and then present tense. And when we write our goal, even though we having an end date in our goal statement, we still want to use words like 85 kilos more, I am earning $100,000 per year. So we are starting it as though it already happened in the present moment. We don't want to say on the 30th January of 2020, we are going to be earning 100,000 rupees per annum. That's a good intention. The problem with it is it's something that in the future that we are, it's elusive. So we need to stay to those that already happen. We want to program our unconscious mind to believe that you are going to achieve this goal one way or the other way, so that it can help you to do it in the next step. Now, the third thing is emotional intensity. So, emotional connectivity to your goal is very important, a very critical component of successful goal setting and achieving your goals as well. Use a motive language while writing down a goal because you combine a clear intention and a positive emotion. These two will become a future reality that has a clear intention combined with a positive empowering emotion. So always make sure when you write your goals down that you do include an element of emotion. Now moving on to the goals with clarity. Next, we want to have the goals stated with clarity. We need to be really clear and concise about what are these we want, what our goal is, right? We don't use vague or ambiguous language. We should be very much clear as we possibly can when we are starting our goal. Now S is for specific language. Use specific language. It just gives you unconscious mind clear instruction about what you want you it to help you manifest and create the world. So get really clear and specific about how you write down your goals. Now, moving on to the next topic, that is SMART goals. Now, when the people are first exposed to goal setting or personal development, one of the very first things you hear about is SMART goals, using the SMART formula to set your goals. I don't believe that SMART goal is everything when it comes to goal setting. In fact, here if we expand this word SMART, we have S, that is specific, simple, sensible, significant. M is for measurable, meaningful, motivated. A is for achievable, agreed, attainable. R is for realistic, reasonable, resourced, results based. T is for time based, time bound. Now, let us talk about them in detail. As I mentioned, S is for specific, simple, sensible, significant. You need to make a goal which is specific, simple, sensible, and significant. There is no point in having a goal of what you want to make more money because it does not tell your unconscious mind anything right. It's just a vague notion and your unconscious mind just goes, yeah sure, be great, right? But you're not giving it a specific command. So what you want to do is very specific. And then you can add more specific details to it. Now I want to build a company that generates me an automated and recurring income stream of $1 million or million rupees a year by 2022. Now can you see the difference between that? There's a word of difference and your unconscious mind can now look onto the specific details of that. More specifically stated goals. So make sure that you're making goals very specific. That's very important. Now next is M, that is measurable, meaningful, motivated. You need to track your goals. The goals should be meaningful and they should be measurable. So you need to be better track and measure your progress towards your goal. If you don't, then it's very easy to drift off course without even knowing. So you know one of the biggest killers to people achieving their goals is they set themselves a goal. Let's say you want to become a great painter, come artist. You opted a mentor. The mentor teaches mostly how to paint in oils and acrylics, right? And what is required here is one who practice every day and they have the daily discipline of working at the craft of learning to paint. They make rapid improvements and the ones who start it to let it slide a little bit. They miss a day here or there and it becomes a week and then a month and then next minute they are not practicing and doing the basics that much. They drop by the wayside and they don't go on to become a great artist. So when you have a level of measure ability and track ability within built into your goals and accountability, then your goals are that you are far more likely to achieve your goals. You want to better measure your goals in some way, give some thought to that. The next one is achievable, agreed, and attainable. The goal should be achievable. It should be realistic, right? This is a big question. Do you want to limit your infinite potential by setting achievable goals? I'm not sure that you do. You know, if Steve Jobs had set achievable goals, we may not have had that iPod or iPhone or iPad and this incredible world we live right now. Now somebody else may have invented it, but you know, Apple may not have become the company. Now R, that is realistic, reasonable, resourced, research based. How do you set achievable goals and realistic goals? So I do think that you want to have big goals that seems outside of your reality right now. So you have to think bigger than your current circumstances in your current life, in your current environment. It has to be achieved realistically. Maybe it's beyond the boundaries of achievable and realistic, but I do think this you have in your unconscious mind. Believe in the possibility that you can achieve it. If you unconsciously don't believe it's possible, then you're probably not going to put the effort to achieve the goal. So keep that in mind as you start setting goals. Now T is for time based and time bound. Make a goal that is in time frame. This is a key part of the formula which I am going to give you. And having a time date attached to your goal moves it from being a wish or a dream to something tangible and makes it more concrete, and it gives you a more of a direct command to your unconscious mind that I am going to achieve this by this date. While you need to have goals written down, I think this is really very important component. You need to write your goals down and you need to write them in a specific way. I will be showing you how we can do this. Now, today's topic, that is your dream goal, goal setting. To set your dream goal, you need to work on goal setting. In this section, I will be talking about some of the basic ideas behind goal setting and why you should have goals, and a bit of an understanding of what the approach is to going about becoming a goal setting person. To live got your life with a series of goals that you are working towards now. Interestingly, most people, they just don't set goals for themselves, or if they do, it's a little bit spasmodic. Maybe they want to get in onto a sporting team, or they have got a university degree and they want to achieve a certain level of a goal. A grade in the university course, so they have some goals along the way to life, but they are not in the habit of becoming a systemic and routine goal setup. So first of all, let's talk about why goal setting. Why it is important? What is goal setting all about? And if you don't have goals, then when you think about, most people only set goals at New Year's resolution. So really, if you don't have goals, and when you think about most people, for example, if they set their goals as New Year resolution, so they have this vague idea, right? I'm going to change my life or win or lose weight or whatever, and we are going to join a gym, or we are going to save some more money this year. They have vague ideas, and usually within a week or two, the inspiration behind that has gone because there's no reality, setting of a deadline using the SMART goal formula. There's no breaking it down into an action plan so that the amount of commitment they have to those resolution is low. So what we want to do is to take completely different approach right now, and most of the successful people that I have come across, and probably you will come across, will have a different approach to how they go about goal setting. So there are two ways you can live your life. You can live your life without goals, which means it has drift through life, and whatever life takes you, that way you end up. Or you can become quite specific in what it is that you want. You get clarity around specifically what you want out of life, and then you start to make plans and deadlines, and you work towards that. Does that mean you will always achieve your goals? No, of course not. Life does not always work out in a perfect way, but you are far better off to be a specific, meaningful, than to be a wandering generality through this life. So that's what goal setting is all about. It's about defining. Now, along with this, what else we need to do? Well, first of all, getting clarity around what is it you want out of this life. You are only gonna get one life. What do you want from this life that you have been gifted? So, that's the first thing, is getting that clarity around what you want, and then the second thing is becoming very specific. and third is focused on achieving what it is that you want. Now, you have to be very careful with goal setting that we don't fall into a trap of setting the type of goal that we think others would think highly of us for having those goals, if that makes sense. Example, I used to think that I want a Ferrari when I was in early 20s because I thought that what's the definition of success? That is having a Ferrari. And I have never been in the Ferrari. And then one day I got an opportunity to meet up a friend who has a Ferrari with their relatives. So anyhow, I got a chance to sit in their Ferrari and spend some time with that Ferrari, right? So I got my goal completed, but is that what I was thinking about? Is that the only success I was imagining? We have to be very much clear and get clarity around what makes our heart sing. You know what you want, and that's what goal is all about, getting the clarity and then becoming very specifically focused on achieving. So, having goal is very important. Life has a lot more purpose if you have goals with you. We don't have to be on the goals which were fixed or which were set by others. We human beings have unlimited potential for greatness. But one of the main reasons we never set our goal that we are either overconfident or we never realize that we have infinite potential. So for no reasons, set goals that are big and scary and inspires you to tap you into that infinite potential that you have. Now, areas of goal setting. So one of the common thing that you use within the life coaching and personality development field is the wheel of life, where you have all these spokes on the wheel that represents different areas of your life, and often it will be a list like I have got you on the screen. That is the health, the family, that is relationships, finances, career, spirituality, personal development, friends, and fun and creative pursuits. For instance, that does not neatly fit into one of the other categories, and so the wheel of the life. Now, I want you all to do exercise. The exercise is to give yourself a rating right now from 0 to 10 in each year. Those areas of your life, 10 being it could not possibly get any better and 0 being it could not possibly get any worse. This is as bad as it gets. So I would advise you to write down those areas of your life and give yourself a rating right now for each of those areas of your life. Anyhow, it may take some time, so you can do it later, no problem. Here's everything is interrelated. Here's what we find is that life, no area is separate. So you can't look at any one area of your life and take it as separate, because you know your health is going to affect your career and your relationship and your sense of spiritual connection due to your higher power and your personality development and your personal development. Your mindset, which is personal development, will affect your ability to get promotions and your career and connect. So it's important that you have a firm understanding of where you think you fit right now in these each areas of your life. So I would advise you to get a blank piece of paper and a pen and just give yourself a rating from 0 to 10 in each of these areas of your life. And what you might find, and this is often the case, is that one area you will be doing really well and the other area of your life that you are just falling behind and not doing so well. So be honest with yourself, as this is only for you. This is just purely for your own. Taking a moment to briefly be honest and reflect on where you are right now in your life, you will see from that list then which area of your life maybe you need to start focusing your goals on. In fact, it is not possible you can move forward on all fronts. You cannot win a battle in a war by charging forwards on all fronts. You have to focus your energy and focus your army and your forces into one key strategic move throughout. So initially we need to pick one area of your life or two. They are going to have the biggest impact overall on your life. So just write down those areas of your life and give yourself a rating from 0 to 10. Remember that 10 is it could not possibly get any better and 0 is it could not possibly get any worse. So guys, today's takeaway task: pull out your checkbook and write a check to yourself. Yes, I hope you all have checkbook with you, your own checkbook. Take it out and write your full name, enter the date which is past 3 years from now, and write your money goal there and then sign it. Then second task is take a printout of your goal card, write it in your own handwriting and get it laminated. Now third task is to identify your short and long term goals and plan them accordingly. The fourth task will be remember what are your SMART goals and start writing your goals by using EPEGS formula. And then fifth task for today is keep your check and goal card in your wallet. I hope you all carry wallet or purses. So keep that check and goal card in your wallet and post in the WhatsApp group, I carry my goals. It gives you a boosting, it gives you confidence. You will be clear with your goals. So keep this check, the check which you have already written, and a goal card which is laminated in the form of ATM or debit card or credit card or Aadhaar card, and keep it in your wallet or purse and post in the WhatsApp group, I carry my goals. Today's final words: the purpose of life is to find out who I am, why I am here, and where am I going. Is it not, friends? This was said by George Harrison. So the purpose of life is to find out who I am, why I am here, and where am I going. If you're not finding the purpose, if you're not finding the meaning of your life, then it's waste. It's not, countable. So we need to find out the purpose of our life, who I am and why I'm here and where am I going. So thank you for listening to this, guys. I hope you are going to take action. Thank you.